Perform the operation and, if possible, simplify. Now, in order to add and subtract fractions, we need a least common denominator. In order to do that, we first need to find the prime factorization of each of these three separate denominators. That is, factor it into only prime numbers. Now, 15 factors into 3 and 5. 5 in of itself is a prime number, and 9 factors into 3 times 3. Now, to find the least common denominator, we use each prime factor the greatest number of times it appears in any one of these factorizations. Each of these here is a factorization. Now we have 3's and 5's. Now in 15 there is 1 3, 5 there are none, and in 9 there are 2. And since we use each prime factor the greatest number of times it appears in any one of these here factorizations, we will use 3 2 times. So we'll have 2 3's. 5, there's 1 in 15, 1 in 5, and none in 9. So the most times 5 appears is once. So our least common denominator will be 3 times 3 times 5, or 45. Now we need to change each of these denominators into 45. So 7/15, in order to turn that into a fraction with a denominator of 45, we see that 15 goes into 45 3 times, and so we must also multiply the numerator by 3. Now you'll notice that 3 over 3 is actually equal to 1. So we're not changing the value of the fraction, we are just changing how many pieces it is. So instead of having 7/15, we will have 21 45ths, and they are in fact equal. And then in 1/5, change that into a certain number of 45ths. 5 times 9 gives us 45, so we will multiply the numerator by 9, and that'll give us 9 45ths. Let's do the same thing for 4/9. To change it into a certain number of 45ths, we have to multiply 9 by 5 to get to 45, so we will also multiply the numerator by 5 and get 20 45ths. Now we can rewrite the problem all with a common denominator, so we'll have 21 45ths plus 9 45ths minus 20 45ths. So this will give us 21 plus 9 is 30, minus 20, 10 45ths, not 44ths. Now we need to simplify the answer. Now the first number that I see that goes into both 10 and 45 equally is 5. So we will turn 10 into 2 times 5, and 45 into 9 times 5. And we'll see that these 5's will then cancel because they are equal to 1. So our final answer will be 2/9.